Hi everyone! Welcome to this week's video. Today I will be doing part of my decade series once again. Today is going to be the 80s look. We are popping off with the blush today. I'm loving the vibes. This is probably my favorite because my natural hair gets to come out, you know? She gets to really be the moment for this look. I've always been embarrassed with my hair, so now is the time to flaunt it. So today's video is a little bit of a different style. I'm not going to be doing much of a voiceover. It's going to be mostly me talking throughout the video and explaining to you as I do step by step, which is pretty cool. I've never done anything like this, so I'm very excited for that. And yeah, let's get started and get on with the look.
Okay, so this section was filmed before I decided to make the decision to record while talking, so pretty much not using any product in my eyebrows, and I will be explaining what eye primer is shortly.
So for this video, I'm thinking to kind of talk through and explain what I'm doing. That way I'm kind of live and you kind of get to hear me too. So right now I'm going in with the Ulta Beauty eye primer as well as the Plouise eye primer. So these are the two products that I'm using, and this Ulta Beauty one is super duper mattifying. I don't remember if I have dealt with any creasing because I don't really gravitate towards that product often, but I do know that it's very mattifying and it's really good in that aspect, the mattifying aspect. The Plouise itself is extremely creamy, sometimes easily to crease depending on the type of eye that you have. I have noticed that with clients when I use it on them because I do use the Plouise on my clients. Right now this eye primer feels extremely matte on my eyelids. I know it's going to be smudge proof. In the 80s it was lots of fun color. So today I'm going to go in with the Zulu by Juvias Place palette. It's gonna be this one, and then I'm gonna be using pink and purple right here. I'm kind of scared because I haven't played with color in such a long time, but these are the two I'm gonna be going with. So I'm gonna mute this part, put music over, but in real life I have on my TV playing 80s top hit songs, so that way you know what I'm playing behind the scenes. Okay you guys, I'm actually gonna go into the Mimosas BH Cosmetics palette instead and start off with this lighter pink first and then go in with that hotter pink. That way I can create a nice blend between all three colors. So the color you're going to be seeing me put on right now is Bottomless from the Mimosas palette. I do want to mention that as you can see, I'm going in stamping motions first to really add that pigment onto the lid and then going into blends. So just really pay attention to when I'm stamping and when I'm blending. Usually once I get the pigment is when I stop stamping and start blending out the edges. Okay, so as you can see, I really have the pigment in. So now I'm going to tap into that eyeshadow just one more time and really blend out the edges, even though it kind of looks pretty good right now, but I'm going to make sure to blend it out some more, especially blending out the harsh white color from the brow and blending in with that pink color on the eyeshadow. So I'm using a big fluffy brush for that. Here's the size difference in the next brush that I will be using. I went in with this black fluffy brush first, and now I'm going in with the white one to really get that hot pink color in and blending it all together. I'm going with the Juvias Place palette in that hot pink color now, and really focusing it on the crease and the lower part of the crease right here on the eyelid. Alrighty, so now that we have all the pinks and all the hot pinks, we're going to go in with the purple. Now this one I'm going to be using that same tiny brush to make sure we really blend in the pink and the purple because it could get a little dark really fast. So I'm going in with that purple first, really tapping in my brush, dusting off the excess and focusing on the outer lid like so, and then kind of blending that inward. So I'm going to really tap in that pigment and blending it inward, kind of creating a colorful smoky eye vibe because back in the 80s it looks like they kind of put the color all over the lid. The good thing about these colors is they're right next to each other on the color wheel, so they're very easy to blend in together. Just smoking that up once again, kind of leaving it like that, and then grabbing that black fluffy brush that I used in the beginning and really dragging out this color into my temples because it looks like they would connect it with their blush and kind of create like a whole pink moment going on. So that's how we're gonna do that. Giving come on Barbie, let's go party vibes. Honestly love that though. Okay, so now that I have all of this, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes and really curl and apply mascara. So I'm not applying mascara because it looks like all the photos back then, they just had really long natural lashes and beautiful lashes. So no lashes this time, so we're gonna move on to the face now. The products I'm gonna be using for the complexion, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer and put that all over the face. I really like to tap this into the skin and not rub like this. Next, I'm going to go in with this Thread Face It Complexion Stick. I use this for my 1920s look to cover up my eyebrow. We all know that story. But I wanted to test it out as a foundation, so we're going to try that today. And then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced concealer. For the concealer, I'm really focusing in the center. I don't want to really wing it out because this is all going to connect in the end. So I don't want to blur anything that is showing right here from the eyeshadow, the pink that I winged out. I'm going to focus this in the center of the face right here. Not really create any harsh lines or edges because everything was pretty soft in the 80s. It was super dramatic, but it was pretty soft and round around the face. Gonna go in with my Rare Beauty blush and I'm gonna mix this in with some concealer to make it just a little more on the pinkier side instead of this super bright color. For this one, you guys, I'm really going in under the eye and trying to connect it right here, but I'm gonna mostly do that and really connect it even more with the powder because the powder is more like this color on my eyeshadow than this one. So this one I'm kind of just stamping to make sure I have some pigment under and getting ready to put on the powder on top once I'm done. Also going in with the temples and really creating that like editorial makeup look where it's just kind of everything on the side is just really hugging the face. It's kind of what we use now in style, which is creating that angelic look that we like to call, putting in blush all through right here for that youthful look, except we're gonna go in hard with this one. And then for bronzer and contour, I'm going to go in with my Patrick Ta contour and powder bronzer duo. I'm going to go in the shade She's Status Quo. I'm doing the lightest contour shade that I have, that way it doesn't look too noticeable, but kind of just making my forehead just a little bit smaller and creating a shadow up here, that way the blush just doesn't look too crazy when it's sitting up there too on the forehead. And now we're gonna go in with powder. You already know, gotta blend it out, blend out the concealer, get off any excess foundation, concealer, really blending that in, making sure there's no creases on the face before applying the powder, because the powder is gonna act like a stamping and it's just gonna hold everything in place. So we wanna make sure everything is blended. For powder, I'm gonna use my powder puff. For powder, I'm going to go in with MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NW01, and then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline loose powder in the shade 10. And then I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Powder Blush in the shade Prairie Air. This is a really nice color that'll blend in perfectly with the eyes. You really want to start in this outer corner where that blush connects with your cheek and temple, close to the hairline. That way all the powder is right here and not on the apples of your cheek, because that looks a little crazy. But the 80s was a little crazy with the blush, so we're still going to put some on the apples of the cheek, but we really want to focus in on the outer section first. I like to go in on the bottom half of where my eyebrow connects with the temple and really blend that eyeshadow with my blush and just go all the way to the top. Really start off on the very end. But as you can see, it's kind of creating like this L shape down my face. We're gonna continue to put some more on until all of it looks good and blended together. Gonna blend it up, and now we're looking super crazy on the blush, but we're gonna blend it down just a little bit and go on the apples of our cheeks. Go a little bit under your eye, just where that V starts to form on the bottom lash line and the upper eyelid. And just like that, you have that perfect airbrushed blush look. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So in the Juvias Place palette, I have this really pretty blue-green color right here. In the So Jaded palette by Colourpop, it's the Kathleenlights x Colourpop collaboration. I'm going to use that dark green. So I'm going to combine the two. Test it out on my hand first. Yep, that's exactly the color that I want. So we're going to use that color on my eye. Perfect. I love this green and pink look. So now that I have that, they used a lot of bottom mascara too, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal telescopic mascara. Since it's small, it really lets me go in there and get the bottom lashes. Okay, so now we have the eyes, and I feel like back then I did not see one single shine on anybody's faces. So I'm gonna really mattify my makeup look and put on some lipstick, and we're all done. And I'm gonna line with the most nude color that I have, which is the Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil. It's in the shade Frankfurt. The reason why I'm going in with such a nude lip is because I'm gonna use a bright pink, and I don't have a bright pink lip liner, so I want to use this to just kind of shape my lips and create that figure before putting on lipstick. I don't have a super bright pink, but we're gonna make something work. The closest thing to a pink that I have is this green lipstick that changes color. This is Lipstick Queen in the shade Highway 66. I'm gonna go in with this lip tint from e.l.f. in the shade Power Mauve. The only song that I have playing in my head right now is the Barbie song by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, because that's what I feel like right now. I feel like Barbie. I feel like pink Barbie. Okay, so I'm gonna take down my clips and really get into the curly hair girlies. Okay, tell me I'm not straight from an 80s movie right now. Oh my gosh, I love. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this one. I think this is probably my favorite so far. I said that about the 70s and the 50s, but no, this one is literally my favorite. Like, I love the fact that I got to do my hair natural. I love that it was so fun and like really blushing and so bright. It was honestly one of my favorites for sure. So now we have a few others left. We have 30s, 40s, 60s, 90s, and 2000s. We're almost halfway through the series, so let me know what you guys want to see next. That way I can provide that for you. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you on the next decade. Bye!